So what's up, YouTube? I'm back. It's been a while. I've been doing pretty good. I went to a pretty cool drift event out at VR. I've really been wanting to make a video about that and put up a few pictures and stuff that I took when I was out there. But I've been doing a lot of work on my main computer. Not this one really, but it's not much memory in this one. My main computer, I keep all my pictures and stuff from my SLR camera. And I kind of want to use that, so it's kind of put me behind. I had to reprogram everything. I wiped my main drive twice. I actually reprogrammed it twice. It's been a big headache, but I got it back up and running. I just hadn't had time to put everything back on it yet for my camera. I hadn't even hooked up that hard drive back up to it yet, but anyway, today I just kind of want to talk about weight loss in general. So if you watch my previous videos, I was 316 pounds when I first started making these videos. And last video I made, I said I was, I want to say 300.2 pounds. So I knew I was going to hit it. The following week, I actually did not, well, from the scale, it said I didn't hit it. It said I was, I think, 300.6 that weekend, that Saturday, when I usually weigh in. And I just kind of stuck with it. I just kind of brushed it off. And then the next Saturday, I weighed in, I was 298.4 pounds. So I'm happy about that. So I definitely got down below 300. My next goal is actually going to be to get below 290 pounds. So like that's even just a tenth, below 290 pounds. That is my next goal, absolute. And then I'll go from there. One thing I found helpful with weight loss is set small goals. Like, don't set, I want to lose, 25 pounds or something like that. You really have to start small. I wouldn't even suggest any more than a 10-pound goal. Because, when I first started, I had a lot of weight loss with this. But, as you go further on, it's a long, drawn out process. You can only lose so much, and even then, you have times where you just feel a little weak, a little weaker than normal. I think I touched on it before, but one of the things that helps too is like not only setting small goals like that, but to actually tell people. You need motivation. So you want to go around and tell your friends, tell your family, you don't want people calling you up, be like, oh, let's go out to eat, let's go do this, let's go do that. But if you tell these people from the start, like, look, I'm on a diet, this is what I'm doing, this is my goals, and just tell everybody you can, tell people you work with, and this will somewhat help you stay on track. Motivation is one of those things where you need more than one source. Like, that would actually help, because you don't want to disappoint the people that you're telling that, you want to lose weight. You don't want to disappoint yourself. You gotta have, you gotta do it for yourself. You might have other reasons, like to get healthier, or, even as small as and stupid as, like, I want to go out and find a girl, or I want to go out and find a guy, or something like that. Even something small as that. Any motivation helps. That motivation, like that type of motivation, usually won't last very long. It won't get you that far. But the more motivation you have stacked up and that you have behind you will help you in the long run. Another big thing about weight loss, I know I talked about the whole fat cells and stuff, and gaining weight and all that, gaining fat back fast. I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to not get discouraged when you're losing weight. Like, even if you feel like that week that I didn't make that 300 goal, I could have got discouraged and went off the diet. And then the following week, I wouldn't have dropped another 2 pounds, So you can't get discouraged. And it's very easy to do. It might sound like, oh, I want to get discouraged, but it is very easy to do. And I'm a prime example of that. I actually got discouraged. I had a great weight loss. I didn't record any of it, but honestly, I had people ask me crazy stuff like, yo, are you even doing cocaine or something? Like, how'd you lose so much weight? So this is in my past. I was 358 pounds, and that's the highest I recorded on the scale. I could have been heavier than that at one point in time, and that was unnatural weight for me. I wasn't a natural 358 pounds. I'd actually tore half the tendons across one side of my chest, and basically they loaded me up on a bunch of prednisone, different steroids. They loaded me up on muscle relaxers and I don't know, a bunch of crazy stuff. Basically just to get me back in work, because I really didn't have the money to, lay back sick or hurt or whatever. Like, I had to get back to work. So they loaded me up with enough stuff that I could be back at work, and the whole freaking shop started spinning on me, and it was an ordeal. But I made it. It was fine. I didn't drop any cars off the lift or anything, so it's a good thing. But anyway, so I was all the way there, 358 pounds, and I started losing weight. I set small goals, and I mean, even at that time, I was more working on proportioning my food and stuff at the very beginning, and that's how I started losing. When I first started trying to lose weight, I went and bought a bunch of salad. I bought this 98% super lean chicken breast, low fat ranch dressing. I started eating salads and trying to do all that. I didn't lose a single pound. I was just like, screw this. I started eating like frozen pizza to start off with, and instead of eating the whole pizza like I normally would, I would just eat half a pizza. And that's how I originally started gaining. But I was so heavy, it was just super easy to lose weight at that point. And then I picked up and I started doing a lot more walking and stuff. Like in the evenings, every evening I would make myself, like, if it's not pouring down raining, it's like, no, get up, go out, go walk. And I would walk 3 miles. And it was crazy. I didn't have anybody, like my friends. Even my girlfriend at the time would not walk with me. I mean, she might have went out there with me, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, but she would not walk it. So it was all me. Like, I had to basically set that in stone for myself. I had to go out and do it for myself. And basically that being more active helped me to further my weight loss from the start. And then, of course, I plateaued, I want to say around the 300 mark, or, I think I was a little heavier than that, maybe 310, somewhere in the 310 to 300. But, anyway, from then, I noticed my weight loss had basically stopped. And then I was like, I gotta keep going. Like, I'm starting to feel better. I can't stop now. I gotta keep going. And I had a weight set in my parents' basement when basically from high school. And I come in, I start working with that. My brothers actually, they were moving or doing something. They brought in more weights. I went out and bought another curl bar. And I was working out in the basement basically a couple times a week. And I ended up getting a friend of mine that was interested. He joined in with me, and we was both working out, having good progress, getting stronger. And I think from there, I ended up dropping down to about 270, which is pretty good. I mean, I still wasn't anywhere as strong as I am right now, and that probably makes me a little bit heavier. But anyway, from then I ended up joining the gym about the 270-ish range, and you know, small progress. I kept going. I started getting in with some people and stuff. Then that's why I ended up getting the book. I think I've talked about it before. I should have actually went to get it before I made this video, but they basically told me at the gym this was a pretty good place. It was bodybuilding.com. They said it was a pretty good place to you know, supplies like protein and stuff. And at this point, I hadn't taken any protein. I hadn't taken really anything. Like, this was just me lifting. I was kind of getting to the point where I figured I better start doing something before I hurt myself, you know. So I went to repair my muscles with protein and stuff. I can't remember what else I ordered. But anyway, when I got the package in, I opened it up, and there's this thick hardback book in the box. I didn't know anything about it. Like, it wasn't like if you order now, you'll get a book or anything. It just was in there. I never got anything else crazy like that from, but I decided, you know, I'm going to go ahead and read this book since I was getting into it. And from the book, I started eating super healthy. I went on, it actually had a 3-stage workout plan, and I went through the first 2 stages. I struggled on the last stage, and I actually quit the last one because it was just crazy. I mean, when I say crazy, it was like you go in and like you superset squats, and I want to say it wasn't bench, it was some kind of press or a tricep workout. And you start off with sets of 50. I mean, can you imagine going in, starting off, doing a set of 50 on squat? And then after that, it was like 25, then like 20, then 15. Then you go down to 10, and then I think you go to 5 again. And then there was a second 5, and then it was 10, 15, 25. All the way back up to 50, and it was supersetting it too. I mean, it was brutal. But this book had me doing crazy cardio. You know, at the time I didn't really mind it, but the further I got into it, my joints and stuff ached so bad. I was going to the gym anywhere between 12 and 14 times a week, and I was only lifting three of those times. But I was doing abs probably about every other time I went in there. Most of it was just cardio. It was walking mostly. I did throw in some running just because my endurance got so well actually doing the walking, you know, fast-paced walking. Like, I would increase it. I would up the height of the treadmill, and it got, basically my cardio got so good I could actually go in there and run, do some jogging and stuff. One morning I went in there before work. I mean, this is early morning. I remember it was like 21 minutes. I basically is how much time I had there before I had to leave and go to work. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. So I cranked it up and I started running. First thing in the morning, I got done, I think, 20 minutes, and I looked down, I had done like 2.2 miles or something, or 2.3 miles. I was like, wow, like, I've never done a mile in under 10 minutes, because, I mean, I was always a big boy, but all through school and stuff. I never even attempted to do a mile that fast, but I wasn't even out of breath when I got off. Like, I mean, I was sweating, but I felt awesome. But on the other hand, my joints and stuff, just over time, they ached so bad. Even when I was taking the glucosamine and chondroit, which is actually a wonderful product, or a wonderful vitamin if you're having joint pains. I went through a brand new pair of tennis shoes in 3 weeks. And when I say I went through them, I had holes. Like my little toe was like trying to stick out the end of it. I mean, the soles were worn completely out. You know, trying to pull away from the shoe. I mean, that's 3 weeks from all the cardio and stuff I was doing. It was intense. That is the absolute hardest way to lose weight. Yes, it does work. You will lose weight, but you also lose unwanted weight like muscle, which helps you in the long run. But anyway, I got all the way down to 217 pounds. I know this is getting long, but I got all the way down to 217 pounds, and I couldn't get any lower. Like, I tried and tried. I even, from then, I actually jumped in and was trying, like, some weight loss pills and stuff like that just to see if it gave me a little bit of edge. You know, I was still doing everything I was doing before. I could not drop down below it. That was discouraging, but that wasn't what got me. What actually got me was, so since I've been fat my whole life, like ever since I was a little boy, I always wanted a six-pack. I mean, anybody that has ever been big, you know, it's one of the big things. Like, man, I wish I had a six-pack. So when I was that small, I actually kind of had a six-pack. Like, you could see my top 4 abs good, and the bottom abs just had, like, skin, like, excess skin over it. I mean, it wasn't, like, super bad, but it looked like I had a small belly, but if you felt it, it was just loose skin, and you could feel my abs form, you know, underneath, plain as day. And I done research, I looked around, and I really couldn't find any way to get rid of this without actually doing surgery. Later on, my brother gave me a tip, which, if I ever get down that low again, I'm definitely going to try it out. It's definitely worth giving it a try. But yeah, I mean, that was the biggest thing. I mean, I went this far. I lost over 100 pounds, and I got down to, you know, one of the best shapes of my life. And I still didn't really feel comfortable, like, going to the beach and taking my shirt off, you know. I mean, even though everything else was just chisel. And I don't know. And plus, the cardio was getting to me. So after I cut out the cardio, of course, I started gaining weight. I was getting stronger too. I was lifting with a friend of mine. I think about 219 pounds. I actually had my strongest bench I've ever had in my life. Just because we was just going heavy, like mad heavy, every single time I lift. I guess they were just wanting to get stronger, and we was lifting heavy. But anyway, I stayed in that range for a while. Then all of a sudden, my weight just started shooting up. I got to about, I don't know, 270 or 280 again. I was just like, man, I'm gonna have to start this cardio crap up again. I just don't want to do this. And that's when I was introduced to the whole carb night thing. And I tried it the first time. I had impressive results. I love the results. And then I started gaining. I went off of it, I started gaining. I got back up again. And I don't know, close to the 300 mark. I didn't hit 300. I lost that. I got all the way back down to, I want to say about 270, 260 or so on this diet, but I was powerlifting the whole time. And I was literally just as lean as I was when I was down to 217, except for I had a ton more muscle mass behind it. Yeah, like, it was crazy. I mean, people would look at me and think I was fat, and I'd take my shirt off, and they'd be like, oh, snap, you know? But, yeah, I mean, so it's definitely that easy just to get discouraged over something. I really would, I guess in the long run, I like to be 240, 250 pounds or so. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't even like thinking that far ahead. Like, my next goal is set in my mind is to get below 290 pounds. But yeah, so I mean, one thing you have to be aware of, getting discouraged. You have to kind of talk to yourself, get yourself back motivated when you feel yourself getting discouraged. Because I mean, it's definitely easy, and it's good when you're around good people that will help you and motivate you. I guess another thing about the diet I'm on is a lot of people either they don't cook or don't want to cook, or they're out and they're out in public and they just need to get food and they don't have food on them. They don't know what to eat. I mean, basically, I usually tell these people, like, cook. Like, just cook. This diet is a great thing. It's a great way to experiment with food and stuff. Different tastes, there's different stuff. I mean, you can create, I guess, stuff they call fat bombs. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but, like, you can make these, like, sweets. Like, I've made these little chocolate balls with peanut butter and stuff in them. And I use all natural, low carb sweetener, and that's basically 0 carbs. And you have to be aware, because the powder stuff will leave a bad aftertaste, but the liquid isn't as bad. But you don't want to use too much of it, or you get the same aftertaste. But basically, these little balls are just full of fat. I mean, they're just tons of fat. They help out with energy and stuff, and they will also help out with cravings and stuff. You having a midweek craving, they definitely help you to make it to that, Saturday or your cheat day and stuff. And they're not breaking your diet or anything. The extra fat is not going to hurt you. I mean, if you eat it all the time, it'll definitely slow down your progress. But it's not going to make you actually gain weight, But I mean, if you're absolutely dead set on not cooking, I want to tell you, this week I have been slacking. I guess the last 2 weeks I've been slacking. I come home from work and I just be tired or mad or whatever. I don't want to cook, so I go in the refrigerator. I get some like lunch meat and some bologna or a hot dog or something. And I will actually wrap it up, put a little mayonnaise in the center. I'll wrap it up and just eat it. And that's it. I mean, even when you're out in public, I've been to like different events. I've been out in public and stopped by a gas station. They have these little packets of meat, and I'll just pull that out and eat it. Beef jerky, something. You get tired of it over time, Most convenience stores that have pork rinds and stuff like that, you can definitely eat those. It's a low carbohydrate. One near my work actually has a couple different flavors. Like they have your red, your regular, your barbecue, your hot and spicy, and they have another one. I want to say like salt and vinegar or something. Which you don't see those everywhere, but they actually have them. Another thing, I'll snack on peanuts and stuff like that. And it's not as hard as you think. If you go out, let's say you're out, you want some real food, because you will get tired of eating stuff like that all the time. You can go to Hardee's. Hardee's actually have a low carb menu. Like if you look at their menu, it actually has low carb options. Like they have the low carb thick burger. You can pick from a couple different ones, and what they do is they wrap it in lettuce, and it comes with everything, tomatoes and stuff. It's sloppy, but it's definitely delicious. It's actually, to me, it's like it has more flavor without the bread, because it's more flavor, it's more flavor, less filler. But that's my opinion. They also have the chicken breast too. This chicken club, low carb chicken club or something. I tried that. That was really good. But I don't know. For me, I would probably get 2 if I ever got it again, because it really didn't fill me up. But like let's say if you go to a steakhouse or something like that, you can go in there and you can get a steak, and instead of getting mashed potatoes or fries or something like that, you can just get you can basically get vegetables. You know, just tell them you want 2 sides of vegetables or something like that, and wow, you're still staying low carb, you're still eating great. Basically anywhere you can just go tell them you want it without the bun, or either you just get it and take the bun off. It's probably easier to just tell them you don't want the bun. Have them put it in a box and stuff. We used to do that with breakfast sandwich. When Hardee's used to have the omelet sandwich, I used to love going and just tell them, give me 2 omelets and, you know, no bun. They would put it in a box. They were excellent. Sadly, they took that off the menu. They need to bring that back. Throw away those nasty freaking spicy chicken tenders they got. But anyway, trying to think of other stuff. I mean, there's some places you really just can't go. But I mean, even like we have Sheets where I live at. I will go there and get a salad. I'll just make sure there's no croutons in it. Load it up with all kinds of stuff. You know, get like double steak and, you know, add chili to it and just crazy stuff. Sour cream, you know, 2 different dressings or something. I mean, you can have fun with it. I mean, it's definitely different things you can do. Yeah, I mean, the option is definitely there. Like, you're not stuck to bread 100%. You can definitely put in requests on them you don't want the bun and stuff. They have boxes that you can eat. I mean, not everywhere. Like, yeah, I mean, not particularly everywhere, but I mean, most places. Like, even near my work, we have a Bojangles, and I thought, like, maybe there was probably nothing in there I could eat, but they actually have these roasted chicken bites that are really good. They insist on giving me a biscuit, which I don't know why they want a plain biscuit anyway. I'm not that big on bread, even when I do eat it, and chuck it out the window. But they are pretty good. Trying to think of other stuff right off. I mean, I cook a lot, so it's kind of hard. I mean, I have experimented, I have been out and went to different places to see what I could get. But for me, I usually cook. I mean, lately for like lunch and stuff, I will just cook extra eggs for breakfast, and I will eat half of it and I'll save the rest of it for lunch and just heat it up and eat it. I mean, it's easy for me. I don't have to leave work and it's there. And I'm already cooking breakfast anyway. Just knock it all out one time. I mean, it's like it takes 1 or 2 minutes extra to do it. So that's basically what I've been doing. Another really good option that comes to mind is, I didn't do it this week, but last week, Wing Tuesday, they had half off wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. That's another thing. Wings are a really good option that you can do, and it kind of, you don't even feel like you're on a diet. The only thing you have to watch out for is some people try to bread their wings. You want to make sure you get the traditional wings, the bone-in wings, and make sure they're not breaded, which Buffalo Wild Wings aren't breaded. Might want to stay away from the sweeter tasting sauces, but I mean, a lot of the sauces are low carb, like the Buffalo is low carb. I love the Thai curry, that's low carb. And I think last time I got the Thai curry and the garlic parmesan. So I mean, it's definitely some really good options. The ones that I typically stay away from when I'm on the diet is probably some of my favorite too. I don't get them all the time, but like the Caribbean jerk is one. The mango habanero, which I love, that's another one. I mean, if I do get them, I'll just get like a really small amount because they are a little sweet, and so there's some sugar in them. well, I mean, there's definitely ways, like, even if you don't cook, there's definitely ways to eat low carb. I mean, if you're going out buying food anyway, like if you're not cooking, you're going out buying every meal, it might be a little bit more expensive, you know, a couple dollars, but I mean, they could be better spent than going out trying to buy weight loss pills that does absolutely nothing, you know, or going out to buy weight loss drinks that does nothing, you know. Just spend it in a better place, you know. I mean, weight loss definitely isn't as hard as, you know, people make it seem. It is a long drawn out progress. A lot of people just want this crazy fast results, or they expect to lose, you know, X amount of weight super fast. Like, so this 10 pounds is like, oh, you know, I should be gone in 2 weeks. I don't expect it to be gone in 2 weeks. I mean, maybe 4 weeks or something, you know. But I mean, even then, I won't be disappointed if hadn't reached my goal even in 4 weeks. It's a slow progress. You just have to stay with it for a long time. And I haven't been doing any cardio and stuff like that. If I get more active, if I go out and walking and stuff, it would improve. At some point in time, I'll probably do that. And honestly, I hadn't been in the gym like I normally been in the gym. I'm supposed to go tonight. We'll see how that goes. I'll definitely be there tomorrow. But basically, my shoulder has been hurt. I hadn't been able to lift. The first time back was Wednesday of this week. I actually went in and done some legs and stuff just to, you know, get back going. I didn't even get heavy. It was killing me. Like, I felt stuff pulling just with light weight. So I just stopped there. I stayed with that, kept working it. I mean, I definitely felt sore yesterday, maybe even a little bit today. So it worked. So I'm happy with it. I'm trying to get in there and get some light back and shoulders in here, either today or tomorrow, and go from there. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, especially if you made it to the end and made it to this point. And stay tuned. I will try to make a few more videos. I'll try to get the VR video, or the VR video, the drift event. Try to get that one up, and maybe make another video, just depending on how my progress will be this week. Because I really hadn't weighed in this week, so we'll see. Alright, stay tuned. Like, subscribe.